Guys, this morning, ding dong at the Nortman Estate. Guess who's there? Not lying at all. Weird man. I'm not lying.
How come you didn't tell us? You've been complaining for a while.
This moment, it makes sense that it happened on a Weed Man Wednesday. I mean, he was back there on his little vehicle, all morning, taking care of the
vehicle. They didn't bring no vehicle to our house.
Wait a minute.
He just walked.
They walked our houses. They brought a vehicle to the estate.
We're normal human beings. We have normal houses. You don't have acres.
This guy was riding literally a 4-wheeled instrument the size of a lawnmower as he's going on and doing all the entire yard. Yeah, he was going like probably 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, Brad, if he was 5 miles per hour in my backyard, he'd be done in 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah. He was there for quite a while. But, man, it's already looking good, Weed Man.
You know what, Brad? Thanks for making me feel like I'm a nobody.
I know.
The man was in and out within 10 minutes from my house.
I can't believe...
He called me, Kyle. So it is a Weed Man Wednesday. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We got a lot to get to because the Milwaukee Bucks are just... really bad. It's bad. But before we get to them, 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. You can see us on YouTube at ESP Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. It is a Weed Man Wednesday here, and you can get 50% off your first service at weedman.com. But when they came to Kyle and I's house, I imagine, Kyle, you had the same experience as I did. He called. I was like, oh, that's great, you're coming. He called 30 minutes to an hour later. I was like, oh, wow. I mean, they did all the stuff. They even did a couple of moving branches and stuff, and they're probably still out there on the machine doing the estate.
They very well may be. I mean, I can't believe that they just walked your yards.
What do you mean? Brad, I know you
can't even fathom
you made it
yards
in like
that size.
Now he's getting disrespectful.
Yeah,
you can't fathom a normal yard.
I did wonder how they were going to tackle it because, like, in the past, when I had to do it, when I did not have those are darker days.
I don't care about your darker days.
He got this awesome mobile, and it's 4 wheels, and he was cruising on it. It was unbelievable.
I actually think I want to call Weed Man and be like, I think you got to cancel Brad's services because
no, don't do that.
He don't know how to
love Weed Man.
He don't know how to appreciate those or less fortunate.
I was so thankful because he had the Weed Man. He had such a great attitude.
I love that we're calling him the Weed Man.
The Weed Man. Yeah. And honestly, they look just like us. I felt a connection to them because he had the same shirt I had on. It was like, let's go.
Wait, you were wearing that when they showed up?
I wasn't.
That would have been amazing.
They did a great job. Thank you, Weed Man.
Thanks for ruining my day, Brad.
Alex Strofe is up in Green Bay for the NFL Draft, and he talked with 2 potential wide recievers that might be around during the 23rd pick of the NFL Draft where the Green Bays are picking. We'll get to Alex Strofe in a second, but Bango is still behind me. And the sigh of, not relief, the sigh of disappointment from Brad Nortman says it all.
Yeah.
Look, are the Bucks cooked, or do you have hope? If you have hope, I'd love to hear from you. 800-990-3776. I'm not even going to do I told you so. Will, that takes a really big man, by the way, to not come on here and do the I told you so.
Oh, come on.
It's very admirable of you.
Thank you.
He did this whole spiel.
Not a lot of people appreciate that.
No, he did a whole spiel
that.
yesterday. Rick Carlisle, he respects Damian Lillard, so I love Damian Lillard. Go with the over. Go with this. You were preaching the Bucks when you ended the show
did Dame hit the over?
He did not.
No, he didn't.
He had 11 points at half, and I was like, he's trending.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room for hope in my heart. And it hurts me to say that. I was a big Bucks guy. I still I'm the bet with Homer.
You have zero credibility when it comes to this Bucks team.
Why? I'm a fan. I love the Bucks.
Why I'm a fan, I love the Bucks doesn't do
so
it. And
everyone in KBN Nation can associate with that.
You burn $20, Brad.
Because I bet with my heart, not my head. Just like that. I still liked the first round bet. I didn't expect him to be this flat and this disjointed.
You're already talking about it as it's over, so
there's not a lot of hope left. Do you have any hope, Ben?
I told you I said, help me, Damian Lillard. You're my only hope.
And he didn't help. And
he didn't.
Well,
the rest of the squad is, Bobby was great, but at the end of the day,
Kyle Kuzma scored. Over 6. Bingo.
Nailed it, Kyle.
Over 6.
Congratulations. My biggest problem with watching the Bucks is they are like the most brutal watch of all time. They have no continuity. They don't play together. They don't have defined roles. They don't know with what roster they put or what lineup they put together, what you're going to get. I'm looking at lineups out there. I'm saying, what in the hell is going on? Part-time Will could have put together a better 5-man lineup out there to go against the Indiana Pacers. Giannis is just like he in a weird way, he was invisible yesterday, and he had an unbelievable stat line. Because my sole focus is
with a triple-double or not?
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, he had double-digit rebounds, 30-plus points again. Just like he's a machine. But I just feel so bad for him. Part of this may be his fault. I don't know the ins and outs of how much say he's had on who comes and who doesn't. But ultimately, it's brutal to watch, and they're cooked. They're cooked. They're cooked like my dad used to cook bratwurst way too much. And it would always be charred. And I always hated the taste.
Wow, that's a very colorful analogy. I'm right there with you, Ben. Unfortunately, I don't see how this team can come together. They have created this sort of environment of being disjointed, and you can tell they don't trust one another. They don't play well together. I'm not even sure the talents and what they each bring to the table meshes together. And certainly they haven't played enough together to work through all that. And they're playing a team that knows who they are. They're certainly okay with no true superstar on their team. Just they're all being elevated B players, but they play well together. They've got grit. And that's what's frustrating is that this is an Indiana Pacers. It's the Indiana Pacers. Yeah. It's not like we're playing the Boston Celtics.
Let me just give you guys a little bit of confidence here. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm all gung-ho. Like if I could again, I would rewrite history and I would keep that little $20 in my Venmo account and not send it to Brad. Now, I admit that. I wouldn't have yelled at you, called you a snake in the grass for not putting in that slip for me at Pato. But we are here.
He did call you a snake in the grass.
Sure did.
What a lie.
He is a snake in the grass because he should have saved me. He should have saved me.
Oh, so now it's my...
Yeah.
I'm damned if I do.
You're the betting expert. You should protect us betting
You
beginners.
didn't bet for a reason, and you just allowed us to just throw our money away. You know money is tight right now.
I kind of get a little bit of joy watching the cheapos lose a little money.
I'm sure you do, but let me give you all a little confidence, okay? So Doc Rivers yesterday in his press conference after the game, you know what he said? I'm very confident about this series. He's very confident about this series. He says, you know what?
Are you confident in Doc Rivers?
Do you believe him?
Doc Rivers has been up in series 3-1, have lost them. So you know what? If anybody knows about comebacks, it is Doc Rivers. So Doc, whatever magic somebody put on you before, it's time for you to put it on the Pacers because he said he's confident.
So now we need dark magic to win the series.
We need something. I don't know what it is, but you know what Doc said? We got time. We're going to get it all figured out. And another thing, shout out to Eric Name of bringing this one up here from The Athletic. You know, earlier this season, the Milwaukee Bucks started the season 1-6, and Rivers was informed that only 12 teams out of 150 teams that ever started 1-6 made the playoffs. What did the Bucks end up doing this year?
They made the playoffs.
Okay, now, so my team has faced odds that were against them before. So you know what? I feel confident the Bucks are going to find a way to turn it around. Come on, Giannis. You can't go out like this.
Give us the cliches right now. Will, what cliche do you got for the Milwaukee Bucks? Because Dave from Aaron on the Carbless Talking text line says Gabe Neitzel this morning on 94.5 ESPN gave the cliche, well, the Bucks can't win in 6 if the Pacers don't win 2.
2-0, the worst lead in sports.
Hey,
worst lead in sports.
Got him right where we want him.
Right where we want him.
Got him right where we want him.
Here's my favorite one. The series doesn't start until an opposing team wins on the road.
Just getting the kinks out. Just getting the kinks out.
Listen, they got their 2 they were supposed to win. Now it's time for us to get our 2. So we still in it, baby. We're going to win game 3 on Friday night. And then on Sunday, the whole city of Milwaukee is going to take whatever they need to do, whatever coffee they need to drink, whatever caffeine they need to get in their system, and make sure they are up and energized at 8:30 at night at Pfizer Forum and have that place right.
Coffee dehydrates you. I don't know if we want to dehydrate this team.
I thought it
but
gives people...
they need some energy.
Now, why do people drink coffee? I thought it gives you...
Yeah, but it does dehydrate.
Well, listen, I need fans to be loud. I need fans to be proud. Indiana showed out, and we need to show Indiana that our fans are better. So be loud and be proud Friday
you just
and on
sound,
Sunday.
you just started to sound so desperate right there.
If y'all think that
I was saying, give us the cliches in a fun manner. Then Kyle got really serious all of a sudden.
Yeah,
I was going to say, Dave just getting his lungs underneath him.
The series doesn't begin until the road team wins.
And you believe that?
100%. And if the road team wins on Friday, guess what? It's over. And if they lose on whatever, they lose on Friday. The only thing we talking about the Bucks is if Giannis gonna be here or not.
What's your confidence level in them? You have a shred of hope. It sounds like
Giannis ain't going out like that. The Bucks are winning Game 3.
Giannis is doing everything he can do. Giannis isn't the problem. It's everybody else.
Giannis gonna look them boys in the eyes and say, "Y'all see me out here. I need y'all help."
But
Bobby stepped up.
They're not good.
Brad, shut up, Brad. Listen, shut up. They're gonna win Game 3.
They're gonna lose me $40, Kyle. They're losing $40. I'm angry at the Bucks.
Did somebody tell you to do that?
You guys are gonna be a
question. Put a number on it. What's your percent confidence in the Bucks?
Listen, and on Game 3 or in the series?
Series.
Oh, I mean, come on now. I mean, you asking me? I mean, ain't no miracle worker coming. You know what? I think the Bucks still have a 45% chance.
Wow, that's pretty high.
45. No, what bumps it? We still got a 50% chance because we ain't lost at home yet. 50% chance.
Just simply because they haven't played at home?
Yep, that's exactly what it is. I'm using math, Brad, right? Statistically
You want real statistics?
No, statistically speaking. No, I don't want analytics. I want statistics.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, these two yahoos had me place a $20.
Statistics.
Yeah, it's not statistic, it's math.
That's statistics. I'm a statistician right now.
These two yahoos had me place $20 each for them on the Bucks to win the series against the Pacers at plus 165. Do you want to know how to win your $20 back?
Yes, and I'd like to know how to win my 40 back as well. So I'm down 20 to homer.
Oh, that's right.
What
So I'll just double it. I'll just double whatever you say for me.
The Pacers to win the series right now are minus 500. So, Kyle, you'd have to put down $100.
To win 40? To win 20?
To win 120.
Oh, my gosh.
Brad, you'd have to put
$200 to win $40? That is brutal.
Dang!
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her.
I gotta put 100, and then if the Bucks. So then about
who's more cooked, Brad and Kyle's checking account, or the Milwaukee Bucks in this series?
Well, here's the thing.
Not Brad's, obviously. I mean Kyle's. Yes.
Losing, because I would end up losing 60 because I would win 20 in this bet or something like that. You know, losing $60, but the Bucks winning the series may be worth it. That may be worth it. I may, because either I make my money back or I lose some money, but the Bucks going around too, and I got something else to cheer for. So if I bet on the Pacers and the Pacers end up losing the series, I still make my money off the money I bet on the Bucks. So I'm only down 60.
You're spiraling, dude.
Yeah, you're in a
talking
dark
about
place.
all these different scenarios and betting,
and then
trying to validate losing money.
If it does get to Game 6, my man is going to be chasing another side of the series bet, and
I want to put money
trouble.
on the Bucks to win Game 3. We got to be the favorite.
Are the Bucks the favorite, or has that not come out yet?
I could probably get you that really quickly here, but I was just enamored by the beauty of a future Packer Hall of Famer who is in the flesh.
Oh wow, looking
in
good.
The flesh.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If I bet on Game 3 the Bucks to win, they lost, I would legitimately have to hang it up. I would.
Looking ahead, the Milwaukee Bucks are favored by 4.5 on Friday at 7 p.m.
I would be surprised if they lose. This is a classic game where they come in, they win by 15.
I would be devastated if they lose. I don't think you understand. That would ruin my Friday.
We have a special treat because Alex Strofe got some audio up in Green Bay talking to two potential draft picks that could become Green Bay Packers if it falls the Packers' way. Kyle, there is no eating during the segment.
I'm trying to calm my nerves right now by eating my grapes because of the fact that the Bucks could end up losing this series, and I need to simmer down because my chest actually hurts, buddy. And then thinking about if they go down 0-3.
Minus 4.5. I think Kyle's got to place another bet.
Well, I'm telling you, if I lost this bet, it would legitimately put me overboard. I would just be like, what the heck?
I can't remember.
Should I bet on the Pacers? Me either.
I cannot remember.
Last bet I won was probably NFL football.
Oh, no, that's bad.
Did you play any futures bet? Did you place on the Packers that you won?
Oh yeah, I did well.
This was all the way
on
back
that one.
then.
Yeah, I did well on that one, but I've lost even the playoffs. I sucked during the playoffs. Maybe I got one thing right.
Wow.
That was bad.
It's bad for Kyle Wallace. It's bad for the Bucks. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. We're going to have extended Brian Balaga time here on Kyle Bruss and Ortman live and in person. So check us out on YouTube. If you want to see what a real man looks like, you can see Brian Balaga on video next to part-time Will, who's like, what are you rocking? 5'7"?
Yeah, 5'7", 5'6".
Kyle, you hit 6 feet.
I wish. I'm a
set you up for that
5'10"
one.
king, baby.
Yeah,
Short king, me and Will. Short
Brad,
kings.
you're in good shape, but next to Brian,
I'm a punter still.
you look like a pipsqueak.
I
I keep putting your place
I
again.
will look rightfully like a
I
punter.
felt very small, even smaller, when he just came in here and shook my hand.
Did did you just get swallowed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it like a grizzly bear hand?
Yeah.
Just like,
What I would imagine a grizzly bear hand would be like, yes.
I guess paw is the right term.
More Kyle Bruston-Nortman next.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman.
I'm about being young, wild, and free.
No, you're not.
I'm about being.
You're not young, wild, and free.
I am young.
You're
young,
not
wild,
that.
I am
Every
wild.
time I ask you to
Wild.
do something, I check with a girlfriend.
Wait, why are you taking so, why you going personal? Why you gotta talk about business?
What if-
I can still be free with a lady.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some great news from my friends at Bank 5.9. For a limited time, you can earn as much as 4.8% on one of their CD specials. With 9, 17, and 25-month options, you're sure to find a CD that fits your needs while you earn a great return. It's simply another way Bank 5.9 is making lives better in our communities. Hurry! These high rates won't last long. Check out bank59.com/CD for more details. Member FDIC.
No shortcuts, no compromises, just the job done right. At Exterior Pros, we don't just meet expectations, we crush them. Every nail, every window, every shingle is a step toward your home's next chapter. From the moment we start until that final reveal, we're committed to making your home better than ever. Quality products and craftsmanship you can count on. Go to the pros for your next project. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law Offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law Offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law Offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law Offices.
Who's looking for a better deal? Well, Cousin Sub's $10 meal deals just got better. Available online only. Order your 7.5-inch meal deal today and upgrade it with a large fountain beverage, large fry, regular shake, or regular Wisconsin cheese curds. Prices vary by item from $1 to $2 a piece. Make it better and make it your own way. Now that's a better deal. For further details or to order, go to cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available online at participating locations only. Offers subject to change without notice.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
According to American writer H.L. Mencken, a well-stocked bar can create over 17 billion different cocktails. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. I don't know if 17 billion is accurate or not, but I do know that Discount Liquor is the place to find everything you need to be well-stocked for any occasion. Discount Liquor is Wisconsin's home to over 2,000 varieties of beer, 3,500 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. Our unparalleled selection is rivaled only by our incredible savings and everyday low prices. And we know how to take care of our customers, no matter the occasion. In fact, Discount Liquor has won numerous national and local awards. Visit Discount Liquor at our Milwaukee or Waukesha locations. Family owned and operated since 1960.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
In Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Main and Barstow. Check out our specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app? That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. It's Weed Man Wednesday. Weed Man for the win.
To say, hold on, I need a minute. I'm letting go of everything you're leaving. Hold on, I need a minute.
All right, part-time Will running the show for Alex Strofe. I don't know the difference between any NFL wide receiving prospects' voices. So are we going in blind here on Kyle Brust and Nortman?
Yeah, we're going in blind. I know what clip is which player, but you guys do not.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Exclusive audio with one Alex Strofe and a couple of draft prospects up in Green Bay relayed to us for Kyle Brust and Nortman. All right, without further ado, who is, or not who, this is the first exchange between Alex Strofe and said NFL wide receiver prospect.
Yeah, and just to preface, both questions are how they would feel about coming to Green Bay. So, same question, two different receivers. Here we go. Player one.
Definitely feel like home, somewhere I can see myself, any organization that's getting me, you definitely getting a true dog, a true competitor, somebody that got a chip on their shoulder like they got something to prove. So, just like I said, just getting the opportunity to go to the NFL, man, that's all it's about. And, whatever opportunity I do get, I'm going to make the most of it.
All right, that was player one, and that's a high bar because I'm a dog and a competitor has me running through a wall.
I like that countryness too. He's probably from the South.
A little grateful too. It's just like an opportunity. Just want to make the most of it.
I think I know who that one is.
It's one or two people.
Yeah, that one. I think I know who it is. This one was asked. This prospect was asked the same question by Alex Strofe. How they would feel if they were drafted by the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was good vibes. I immediately came to the facility, and they showed me nothing but love. So, I know that if I'm fortunate enough to come over here, I know that, I'm in good hands.
Don't want them.
Yeah, good vibes.
Good vibes. I don't give a damn about good vibes.
One of them was 20 seconds. The other one was 9, if that tells you anything, too. 9 seconds long.
He didn't say anything about,
give me good
vibes.
Fit. Give me good vibes.
You don't mean that. You want a dog, Kyle.
I want a dog, but I like
good vibes.
Play that second one again. Play that second one more time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was good vibes. I immediately came to the facility, and they showed me nothing but love. So, I know that if I'm fortunate enough to come over here, I know that, I'm in good hands.
If I'm fortunate, I'm in good hands. I like that. That man know what good hands are. Jordan Love hands throwing him the football. I like that kid.
I don't need him to be in good hands. I need him to have good hands.
No, I like that kid. I like both of them, but give me the second one. Give me the second.
So you want good vibes over dog, chip on your shoulder,
competitor.
Definitely feel like home.
Home. Okay, Green Bay.
Somewhere I can see myself. Any organization that's getting me, you definitely getting a true dog, a true.
I like that. I know. I like that.
True dog, true competitor.
No, I like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that he said that. I'm actually higher on him now just because I like somebody that said, "Listen, you getting a dog." I'm telling you this right now.
We need dogs. We need dudes. Man, I'm done with guys. No more guys. We need dudes.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. When you a baller, you a baller. You ain't gotta sit there and talk cocky. You ain't gotta sit there and talk to man. If you are a baller, you get out there. Listen, I like the vibes. And look at Tyrese Halliburton. You think Tyrese Halliburton talking about he a dog? No, he a little annoying dude. But you know what? He gets buckets. And so you know what? If the second kid who I think it is, if he comes to Green Bay, he's going to get touchdowns. He's going to get highlights.
All right, time for the reveal because Kyle is clearly biased.
What do you mean I'm biased?
It's got to be Matthew Golden is first.
Yes, Matthew Golden was first, Tet McMillan too.
Versus Tet McMillan.
I feel like Kyle had to have known.
Yeah, he knew it was Tet. That's his guy.
Covering his bases.
No, he was good.
And your voice got high when talking about how you were trying to convince yourself that was the guy that you wanted.
Man, I like. You know what? Sometimes there's nothing better than a dude that's super chill that can bust your behind. There's nothing better than that. You might think he's too calm and chill, but you get on the football field, he's murking you. He's torching you. Yeah, I had to change it up for the
for the FCC.
Torching you. Torching you.
I don't know. I mean,
what I do want to know, Brad, from you is we just heard 2 pieces of audio in an exchange with Alex Strofe, who's up in Green Bay talking to these wide receiver prospects. We're not going to play the sound because I want Brian Balaga to react to the sound if he's able to join us next on the next side of the segment here. How much do words actually matter from these players? Because we talk a lot and it doesn't mean we're anything.
I mean, it's not much. If you were going to take out of 100% of the draft evaluation, where part of it is, pro day and the draft and your film, what you say in interviews
with Alex Strofe in Green Bay,
probably a half of 1%. But these guys,
that's good.
These guys do reveal a little bit about their personality and how they feel life. I mean, in those 20 seconds and 9 seconds, I think you could take away a thing or two about their personality. That goal, well. Brian Balaga is listening. I want him to reveal it. But you
hit the record scratch.
You can evaluate who these guys are and their personality just slightly, a slight glimmer into who they are. So it's certainly not everything, and it's probably among the smallest things on the list, but it still says something, Kyle.
Yeah, I remember, I don't know if it was Josh Rosen, but there was a quarterback who got passed up, and I remember he said he's going to make all the teams that pass him up pay for that. Josh Rosen, I don't even know if he's still in the league. If he is, as a backup. All that talk is nothing. Even though this kid, Matthew Golden, is very, very, very talented.
Record scratch. I mean, goodness, guys. We're taking a break because you guys can't keep it together. Now we've already given away half the secrets for Brian.
The big fella left.
What are you talking about? He's right there.
Oh, wait, I missed his glare.
How do you miss the big fella?
I don't know how I missed the big fella.
You need some thicker glasses.
I do.
Kyle, do you think you could beat Balaga in just like one pass rush? How many times would it take for you to beat him to get to the pass, to get to the quarterback?
How out of shape is he?
We'll find out on the other side. I think he's been golfing quite a bit.
Do I get to go first, and he doesn't get to kick back first? He doesn't have to kick set first, and I get to go first. I think I can get him 1 out of 100.
Hey, you got short arms. I'll go right around those arms. He's nothing. he's nothing now. I'm going right through the legs, crawl through the legs. I'm getting by him, whatever it takes. Brian Balaga, future Packer Hall of Famer, joining us for a little bit here on Kyle Brust and Nortman. First, Brad, you're going to tell us about why less is more.
Oh, less is more with Carbless, KBN Nation, you know that by now. And the 2025 flavors that will define your summer, they're outstanding. The Tropical Bliss Variety Pack and the Mango Vodka Cocktail, they're right there at the end of the aisle, at least where I shop out there in Lake Country. And you know that every time I go through the grocery store, I'm picking it up. Because the Nortman fridge has to be filled with Carbless. It's crisp, it's clean, it's tropical. And now with the bright, sun-shining spring and summer right on the way, it's the perfect complement to any evening or day if you want to kick back, relax, and enjoy a ready-to-drink cocktail. And you guys know the things that I love about Carbless, making it guilt-free. It's gluten-free. It's sugar-free. It's less calories. It's only 100 calories. It's low carbonation, but always high on flavor. Owned right here in the great state of Wisconsin. Carbless always proves why less is more with Carbless.
Brian Balaga joins us next here on Kyle Brust and Nortman live and in the flesh. So if you want to see a real man, go to YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee or at ESPN Madison. Next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach. Yes, he's soft, as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had on. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. Pay no interest until 2030, plus $500 off your home improvement project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Looking to transform your home with stylish furniture and home accessories without breaking the bank? At your local IKEA in Oak Creek, they believe everyone deserves a beautiful and affordable living experience that enhances your everyday life. From comfortable and fashionable sofas and sectionals, to kitchens full of inspiration, to bedrooms designed to help you find your best sleep and relaxation, IKEA's home furnishing combines form and function to fit any lifestyle and budget. Visit IKEA Oak Creek today or explore their collection online at ikea.com/US.
Turn up the volume and turn up the flavor with Tequila Mi Campo. Tequila made for Wisconsin. Just like the excitement of draft day in Green Bay, Mi Campo delivers that same bold energy and anticipation with every sip. Mi Campo is crafted for utterly in-your-face flavor. Made with 100% Blue Weber agave. Aged in wine barrels for incredibly smooth taste. Ready for however you like to turn it up. Mi Campo. Live louder.
Please enjoy responsibly. 2025 imported by Mi Campo Spirits, Canandaigua, New York. Tequila 40% alcohol by volume.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between.
Now through Wednesday, save on 4.75 to 9-ounce selected varieties Frito-Lay Lays or Kettle Chips or dip, 2 for $5. 4-count selected varieties Dole Fruit Bowls, 2 for $6. 8-count selected varieties Jimmy Dean's Breakfast Sandwiches, $9.99. 12.5 to 19.6 selected varieties Pepperidge Farm Layer Cakes, $3.99.
Let's get some strawberries.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh. Pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on the Packers. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
During draft week, make the ultimate pick your child's future. Bet on their success with Advest 529, Wisconsin's direct soul college savings plan. Here's the play. Open an Advest 529 account now until April 27th with just $25, and Advest will match it with $25. That's right. Save $25, get $25. The clock is ticking. Don't miss your shot to score a brighter future. Open your account before April 27th to score your bonus. Go to advest.com/draft25 to lock in your $25 bonus today.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of.
Typically, we'd hear that music on Mondays and Thursdays at around 4:45, but we are happy to have Brian Balaga in the flesh here on Kyle Bruston Nortman as he's in town for all our ESPN Wisconsin draft coverage. Welcome back to Wisconsin, Brian. When's the last time you were here?
Last time I was here was for the Chargers game last year. So what was?
So you don't love it enough to come unless it's for something.
That was 2023 for the Chargers game.
No, that was last year.
It was last year.
Oh, I thought when I was in Mexico, that was last year.
I think that was last year.
I was in Mexico for the Chargers game.
No, you're right. That was 2023.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. That was 2 years ago. Yeah,
Man,
2 years
it's been
ago.
a while.
Yeah, last year I didn't come to a game. You're right.
And when you flew in and got off the plane, were you reminded why you live where you live?
No, it's very nice. It's like 60
today. Yeah,
it's like in the mid-60s. Beautiful weather.
I mean, no
today.
sun today, right?
It was sunny when I walked over.
What?
Yeah, it was sunny out
We
right now.
don't see anything ever
Yeah,
in
it's
this
sunny
building.
out right now. It's very nice.
Most O-linemen I know prefer cold weather over hot. So Florida, where you do live now, is an interesting choice.
Yeah, it's for living. I prefer the warm weather. To play in, the cold weather is my preference.
Gotcha.
Playing in hot weather is no good. It does something to the heavier guy's body that doesn't add up well. It shuts down the body very quick.
So one of the things that was always crazy in training camp was how many pounds guys lost over the course of a practice. Now, playing in Carolina and Jacksonville, there was some staggering amount of sweat. That
I'm sure you lost so much weight,
Brad.
I would lose, maybe a pound or two, and one little Gatorade would be enough. What's the most you've ever lost during a practice?
Wait, do you do weigh-ins before and after practice?
Weigh-in before and after everybody.
Yeah, every day. So I think the most I lost, I remember it was probably my rookie year, probably when I was running the ones, the twos, and the threes when I was a rookie, and I had to do all the reps. I'd take the reps for Chad too, and then I'd take my reps, and then I'd take some reps with the threes. And those were McCarthy's practices that were 2.5, 3 hours. They were different than LaFleur's practices that were an hour and a half on and off the field. I think there was a practice where I lost around 9.5, 10 pounds.
Dang! Yeah.
So just water weight.
Yeah, you lose so much water. I've heard guys, you probably heard the same thing, guys losing 16 pounds over the course of 3 hours. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. It happens. And if you're down south, too, it's flying off you. No problem.
He's different. 100% different.
All right, so Brian Balaga in person with us on Kyle Bruston Nortman, and there's been so much, I feel like more than ever this offseason, and I'm trying not to think about this year versus the last 6 years that I've been doing this. I feel like because of the Jordan Love, I don't want to say uncertainty, but from the ups and downs that he had from a bad start to 2023 to an unbelievable run in 2023 to being hurt in the 2024 season, so much of the offseason has been not spent talking about the quarterback, but everything else around him. Yep. And for me, I just feel like this is, as Jason has said many times on Willie and Tausch and with us, this is a pivotal year for Jordan Love. How important is it that they get somebody at the wide receiver position in the first 2 rounds? And if they don't, do you think that's okay? Would that be Goody telling us that he believes that Jordan's good enough to work with what he's got?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think Goody, based on what he did in free agency, is kind of telling us that he likes the room, which there's signs to me that the room is good. We all believed last year at this time that the room was really good, right?
We did.
So I think there is talent in the room. Now, obviously, with Watson not probably coming back till late in the season, that's a big loss.
Yeah, I don't even want to put a month on that because you just don't know how each individual will respond to a knee injury.
It's hard. I mean, he got hurt in December, right?
Yes.
So, you're looking we'll just say it's fast, right? We'll say it's fast and it's an 11-month recovery, right? And that's just getting back up to speed. That maybe not even be getting to the game speed. That's just getting him back out to practice speed. Maybe December, maybe January.
So you need a plan without him.
Yes, so you need a plan. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way these things work. I think I look at it more from the standpoint of contractually. Contractually with the wide receiver room, 2 are up this year. Mm-hmm. 2 are up next year. You can't keep them all. So no matter which way you look at it, whether you don't like the room or you like the room like I do, I think the guys can step up and play well. You have to replenish the ranks.
Who are you more confident in? Have more confidence in? Do you have more confidence in Tucker Kraft taking that next step? You see the evolution. This year he played really well. Or a Jaden Reed or a Tay Wicks or a Romeo Dobbs? Who do you have more confidence in to live up to the expectations going into 2025?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think there's no reason for me to slight Tucker Kraft. I think Tucker Kraft can be as good as any tight end in the NFL. From what he showed last year and the steps that he could make this offseason going into next year, I think he can be as good as any tight end in the NFL.
Who does he remind you of when you play?
He reminds me a lot.
Kyle, I just got to call out. Kyle is so funny because he watched you as a Packer backer, as a 6-year-old kid in 2010. How old were you?
I was when they won the Super Bowl. I was 9.
21, right?
I was 19. I was
20. The way he was talking the first 2 segments to Brian, who do you think's going to take the biggest step? You're just the best. He's so happy to be in the presence of one of his heroes.
The last time my Packers won a Super Bowl.
I know. I'm just trying to loosen you up a little bit. I need that, Kyle. Not who do you think's going to take the step here?
Well, no, I think who does he remind me of? I hate comparing guys.
Who gives a damn as long as he produces?
Like I think he's got great attributes. Like, because I think he blocks really well, like Kittle. You know what I mean? I think that's something that he does really well. But he's got really good hands. So like, you kind of look at hands like Kelsey and guys how he's utilized. I think he does good things like that. So does he evolve into that full package, right?
And that a hybrid between Kittle and Kelsey, boy.
And can he do that? And can he do it consistently, right? And can the offense work through him? And that's kind of what we've been hearing, right? Like, is the offense going to work through the tight end room? And we'll see, right? Like, I mean, I guess we'll see. The tight end's not going to have 85 catches, right? Like, so how, if the tight end's not going to have that many catches, which he won't, it's just not, even when the Patriots were doing their thing, the tight end didn't have that many catches. How impactful are his receptions going to be, right? Is he going to be gashing teams down the middle with those 30-yard receptions and breaking tackles and doing what he probably does best? We'll have to see. But I still think the wide receivers can take a big step. I still think they're good players.
But you said big step, why?
The receivers?
Yeah.
Because I think they got a chip on their shoulder. I really do. I think they got a chip on their shoulder. I think they've been hearing a lot. And I still go back to kind of what got said at the Super Bowl media day for the parade of media for non-players.
The car wash of them going around and Josh Jacobs saying it. And
it wasn't like Jacobs trying to, bash these guys. That wasn't what it was about, but they took it personal, which is fine. Like, that's fine that they took it personal. But I think that's going to light a fire. And like, when guys are motivated from external factors like that, like sometimes you see really, really special play. And I don't think we're looking for like each guy to go for over 1,000. Would it be nice? Sure. But like, we're just looking for, I guess, cutting the drops, right? Cutting the drops in half and more receptions and more possession and just better route running, things like that. That opens up everything for everyone else.
And real quick, it's Kyle Bruston-Ortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We're joined in the flesh by Brian Balaga. And I'm going to let Brad on the other side. You guys can compare draft stories and how cool it is to be in the NFL, whatnot. But I am more excited about tomorrow because I talked to the team. And Pit Boss, you're doing a grill-off. Tucker Kraft, Mark Tauscher, Brian Balaga. Are you a big meats guy? Like our friend Omar, who runs the 3rd Street Market all here, owns Carnivore. Are you getting your fix in? Or are you getting any tips for this grill off?
I am. Okay, so like, here's my question, and this is the question I have. Like, I got asked, like, can I have an idea of what we're grilling? And I got told a brat. And I'm like, okay, that can't be the only thing we're grilling is a brat. So, like, what are we grilling? Like, I'm not like a top chef where you can just like give me the basket and open up and be like, here, Brian, do this. I'd like to have an idea.
You're a planner?
What would intimidate you? You open it up and you say, geez, I don't know where to start.
A turkey?
Yeah, I'd have to call my wife to get her on speed dial. It's not that, obviously the time we have is not that long, so it can't be something that you can really, it takes a long time to cook. So nothing really intimidates me from from a grilling standpoint. It's just what you have to do with it, how you prep it, how you prepare it.
Hey, just put a whole bunch of seasoning on that
I'll
thing.
say this. We had Mark Tauscher on yesterday. He's pretty confident.
I'm sure
he's pretty confident.
He's very
Brian.
confident in a lot of things he does.
Is he overconfident in a lot of things he does?
He could be.
I want to hear some Tausch stories from when you walked through the door for when Tausch was still there at some point.
I was very quiet. So, like, I just listened to what he said. When I was a youngster, I just was quiet.
Was there any sort of initiation for a young lineman with old tea?
Yeah, I mean, listen, buy the chewing tobacco, make the coffee, do all the...
Carry the pads, maybe.
The helmets. Yeah. I had to do the helmets, the grunt work. Yeah, just like... Yeah,
standard.
And don't complain about it. Just do it. Don't complain about it. There'd be times where you buy the right chewing tobacco or you make the right cup of coffee Oh, this isn't the right stuff. They throw it back at you. This doesn't taste right.
I see some old tea there.
It's like, all right,
it's like a dad move, you know?
What was your nickname from Tausch? Because Tausch is a nickname guy, and right now he just adds a Y to everyone's name. Nordy, Brusty, you know.
He's the one that came up with Blue.
Blue?
Yeah, he's the one. He did that one. That was him.
Not Bluey.
No, not Bluey. Not Bluey.
It might get there if you spend enough time in person with him now. It's Bluey.
It could get to that, but there was no such thing as Bluey at the time.
Yes, that actually good point.
At the
good
time,
point.
there was
The
no
TV
Bluey.
show.
Yeah, there was no such thing.
I love that though. I'm like Kyle. Now I'm like Kyle. I'm like, oh, tell me more about the initiation.
This is a Super Bowl champion we talking to. We be talking about 15 years since the championship. This man was part of the last Super Bowl.
What about when you did start starting for the Green Bay Packers? Did you still have to carry the pads and do all the stuff?
Oh yeah, I did. I mean, I did it all year. I did it all year.
Super Bowl week?
Yeah. Oh, I did everything. Yeah. I mean, it carried me all through my rookie season. I had to continue my duties.
That's
humility.
That's powerful.
The humility.
I had to do my duties. Like we got on the plane to go to the Super Bowl. I had to go get the food for the plane. Like, so I was rushing to go get the food to put on the plane for the guys.
The whole team or the offensive line?
That's a big order.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, oh man,
and Aaron.
Were you dating? Oh, and Aaron. Were you dating?
Oh.
Were you dating your now wife at the time?
Yes.
What did she think about all this?
She just laughed. She was like, that sucks. like, yeah, I know. It does. It does. But I mean, that was another perfect example. Like, I'd get Aaron something. Obviously, I'd ask him for his order. That would be another one. Every time I'd put his food in his chair, he'd come back, this isn't right. I'm like, oh. then, you know, I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't make it. Like, I didn't make it. He did that a bunch. Scott Wells did that a bunch to me. Like,
was it all the same restaurant that the order was from, or did they make you go all around town?
No, same restaurant. They tried to do that. They would try to, like, okay, we want you to go to Cheesecake Heaven, and we want Five Guys.
Cheesecake Heaven.
And you're just like,
it's hell to me.
Too
many options.
You're like, guys, can't do that. Like, no way. There's absolutely no way I can do that. Like, one restaurant. I can't be late for the plane.
Isn't this the stuff you miss the most, though?
Yeah, I mean,
not doing that specifically, but like the time around the guys. I mean, when I think about like sports, it's the best. The memories that you have, you remember more about the time spent with people and players and that than you do like exactly like this play in the third quarter of X game.
100%. Like, you remember the locker room stuff and messing around and all those memories. I mean, yeah, you can go back and talk about games and plays and like, and those are all great memories. But like, the stuff that guys miss the most is the locker room. I mean, like that's what it is. And when you're around guys that much every single day for that many days out of the year, I mean, those are, you know, you build bonds and friendships, and that's essentially your family most of the year, because you get to see your actual family like for like a couple hours every day.
Yeah,
when you come home.
And without even asking for this on the Carbless Talk and Text line, we got questions coming in for Brian. We could get to those. I got a lot planned for Brian coming up next as well as Brad, Kyle. It's Kyle, Bruss, and Nortman here. And we're wearing our Weed Man Wednesday today because or at least I needed a big fix up. I don't know what your lawns look like, but
I needed some help.
As the first year guy last year, I was brutal. And now I'm going to have that lush green weed-free yard that makes those neighbors stop and stare. It's kid and pet friendly, having a 15-month-old daughter, having 2 dogs. That was a no-brainer and must-have for the services. They use that golf course quality fertilizer and effective weed control. All part of that winning game plan. It's a Weed Man Wednesday here. Go to weedman.com to get 50% off your first treatment. That is half off at weedman.com. Weed Man for the win. Brian Balaga in the flesh here on Kyle, Bruss, and Nortman. Anything you have for him, hit us on the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776 or on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. We'll dive a little deeper into Goot's results per The Athletic the last 5 years. Get his thoughts next.
This is Kyle, Bruss, and Nortman, KBN.
Student Athlete Support Fund is something I was looking at. I'm ultimately likely going to give to this College of Letters. I was in life.
Long week.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh, can't show you in there.
Why not?
That's the bathroom. We need a new shower bad.
Think your shower is one of the ugliest in Wisconsin? Upload your photo by April 30th to goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contest for a chance to win a free shower remodel. One lucky fan will win a free shower remodel from Kohler Services, including design consultation, demolition, and removal of your existing shower or bath, and installation of a brand new Kohler Luxstone shower. goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contests.
There's a winning magic powering up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This April, prepare for an exciting quest to $300,000 in the Enchanted Spin Slot Tournament. Just conjure your rewards card and play slots to earn drawing entries. Each Thursday, 60 winners will compete for thousands in cash and prizes. Let your journey begin with Enchanted Spins, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Quality isn't just a promise, it's a process. At Higher Love, they craft with integrity, delivering farm-to-table products you can trust. As the only clean green certified organic cultivator in the Upper Peninsula, Higher Love takes pride in growing pure premium products, meaning better quality at better value and a difference you can feel. You can find Higher Love just across the border in Menominee and Ironwood, or at any of their 9 locations throughout the UP. Get more information at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group. Happy New Year. How's business? Do you really know? We recently worked with several clients who thought they knew, but they didn't because their books were not in order. Imagine thinking you were making $1 million, but because your books are a mess, you were really only making $200,000. Quite a difference. Imagine finding out expenses were not recorded properly or sales were double recorded. If these happen to you, we can help. We work with our clients to clean up their books and give them the information they need to know where their business is now and where it is going in the future. Don't wait. Start on the path to less stress, more cash in your pocket, and no more sleepless nights. Call us at 414-325-2040 or visit neilgroup.net today to book a meeting. We can talk over Zoom, the phone, in our office, or your place of business. Yes, we like to visit our business clients. Don't wait any longer. Call 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
The Bucks find themselves in an 0-2 hole following a 123-115 loss to the Indiana Pacers in Game 2 of their best-of-7 series. Milwaukee mounted a 13-0 fourth quarter rally to cut a 15-point deficit to 2, but couldn't get a stop down the stretch, according to head coach Doc Rivers.
To me, over anything else, we got to be able to get a stop on a call. We not only didn't get a stop, we gave up a 3. And those are the plays, to me, that are really breaking us.
Damian Lillard returned to the lineup for the first time since March 18th, scored 14 points, but only 3 of those came after halftime while shooting 4 of 13 from the field. The series now shifts back to the Brew City for a must-win Game 3 Friday night.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Whether tailgating or hosting at home, don't serve boring, bland food. As the official grill of the Green Bay Packers, Pit Boss brings the heat with a wide range of wood pellet grills, smokers, and hardwood pellet fuel. Reach another level of flavor that can't be achieved with a charcoal or gas grill, and it's beyond easy. Seriously, Pit Boss grills get cooking with just a few simple steps. Grill, smoke, bake, roast, braise, char grill, barbecue, and direct flame sear. The all-in-one Pit Boss does it all. Learn more today at pitboss-grills.com.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It started with a whisper, and now it's when I kissed her.
Listen live, show replays, exclusive content. It is all on the new ESPN Wisconsin app. Your state, your teams, your ESPN, the Wisconsin sports fans' best way to stay in touch with their favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows and their favorite teams. Find the new ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. It's Kyle Bruston Nortman with you, KBN Nation, at 800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and text line list is more. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, and part-time Will in for Alex Strofe. And still with us in the flesh is Brian Bulaga. Blue, it is great to have you in person. And as we get, I can't believe it. We're 1 day away. I mean, we're one day away from the draft in Green Bay. First time it's been in Wisconsin since 1939.
Nailed it.
When it was in Milwaukee.
Also nailed it.
There's been a couple things come out. There was one article that Brad found, I believe, that had the Packers ranked 32nd based off success of rookies making all-rookie team, Pro Bowls, All-Pros. The Athletic just came out with something that has the Packers ranked 18th out of 32 in draft picks over the last 5 years. As a draft and develop team, and as a team that is consistently making the playoffs, when does it turn for this team? Do they have to have a top 10 run over the next 5 years, or is it because they are consistently good that they're always in the 20th to 30th range of picking in the draft, that it's hard to find those as big of impact players? But then we have you sitting in the flesh as a 23rd pick who had a 10-plus year-ish career with the Green Bay Packers or in the NFL. Make it all make sense for us, because there's so much information. You can spin it all whichever way you want, depending how you want to spin it.
Yeah, I mean, those are two totally different, statistical, takes at it, right? Like, ranked 30th and then ranked 18th based on draft picks the last 5 years. I guess it's all based on metrics and how you want to look at it. Now, you look at I guess if you're looking at it from a first-round pick standpoint, I guess we could say over the last probably 5 years, the first-round picks probably haven't been the knockout guys that we have, that everyone wants, right?
Yeah, they've underachieved.
Yeah, the all-pro guys that everyone wants out of a first-round pick.
It sucks to see a pick swap with the Jets, draft Lucas Van Ness, and then Will McDonald goes for 10.5 sacks in his second year.
Yeah.
Pick 2 picks after him with that pick swap.
Yeah, I get that, and we could go up and down with that a bunch, because I remember we did that, and with Minnesota, and Justin Jefferson got picked a pick later or something. That happens all the time, and there's a lot of what ifs. But I like to look at it more from body of work from throughout the draft, right? And guys that contribute on your team throughout the draft, because you don't continue to be a playoff team if you're drafting bad. If you're a bad draft team or a bad drafting team, you don't continually make the playoffs year after year after year, because you're not loading your team down with talent. You're loading your team up with guys that can't cut it. So I look at it more so that, sure, maybe the first-round picks haven't been what we wanted them to be, but you look at the rest of the draft picks and what Goody's done, there's a lot of talented players. So to say, they're ranked 18th or they're ranked 30th, well, I guarantee there's a ton of teams who would take Green Bay's 18th rank or 30th rank and swap, because they're consistently in the playoffs. They're consistently competing for the NFC North division. Obviously, Minnesota and Detroit kind of separated themselves last year from this thing, but there were other factors to that. But we look at, besides last year, Green Bay's been in it, and they've been very competitive. So,
no, and I love that you're bringing that perspective as a former player, but the Packer fan
and owner.
I mean, you can say whatever you want, but
Brian, I am a shareholder, by the way, just so you know.
Do you want him to say thank you, or?
I mean, yeah, I help. I mean, Jesse guy eat good.
But you better push him the same way you're pushing Goody, because this is a little bit of what Goody would say, or what people around the league would say.
Yes.
No,
Brian
for sure.
Bulaga,
But he's a teammate. You'd also keep it real with him that you're frustrated that the last 15 years you haven't been able to push past, and now you're seeing Goody do things a certain way, and it's not in line with what you would think.
I think the organization has done a great job of
and there's no doubt they've done a great job building a great business, being successfully sustaining that.
That's what they've been able to do, but at a certain point you have to get over the hill. You and I both know that it is a shame that Aaron Rodgers only reached one Super Bowl, and you playing on the team, you probably had off seasons where you guys had conversations where you're like, man, we're very close. I just wish we would get that guy, that somebody that's special to help elevate us, right? And so that's just my overall frustration with the Packers, is that We had Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers could, if you talk about, they talking about Mount Rushmores right now, Aaron Rodgers will be in conversations to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time on the Mount Rushmore, and it's a shame that the Packers only got to one Super Bowl with him. So now when I look at Jordan Love and I get so upset looking at this draft, listen, we all know, yes, the receiving room, they're good, but nobody so far has elevated to being a great, exceptional wide receiver. If you give Jordan Love a number one wide receiver, that changes his offense, and it could change the trajectory of his career because he has a dude that's going to go out there and get 1,100 yards, get 8 to 10 touchdowns, and be an actual threat that opens up space for other guys as well. And so when I look at the past draft classes, you can't have draft classes where they're completely gone. Completely gone. The first round pick, you know why Brian Bulaga ended up working out? Because he worked his behind off. But Brian, he had potential, and he also had production in college. And so with that, you got to have more Brian Bulaga.
Now we're getting the Kyle that I like.
But no, for real though, you got to have more guys that are legitimate, really good starters in the NFL to be successful. The Packers were able to sustain success and get to those NFC Championship games because there were a lot of Brian Bulagas on that roster. B.J. Raji, a great contributor. Clay Matthews, a great contributor. There were guys that the Packers drafted, and it worked out. And that's why we found so much success. But it's a shame that we never made the next move to ensure that these guys got another Super Bowl chance in going to a Super Bowl.
Are you asking a question or just preaching?
I was just preaching.
I know. That's good preaching.
Maybe I'll form it into a question because I agree. It seems like Brian Gutekunst's philosophy, first round draft pick, we're going to focus on potential, ceiling, maybe not emphasize on-field production as much. That's just what the theme has been. And they've been semi-disappointing. It seems like in later rounds, he focuses on guys that have been productive, and then those guys are then productive in the NFL. So do you think that maybe he should change his strategy a little bit for the first round, focus more on production, less on potential?
Yeah, I mean, I talked about it with Homer the other day, and I always looked at it as the first round pick should be ready to produce like now, right? They should be able to produce now.
Yeah.
And I say this, and Goody said it in his interview, like there is situations where the first round pick isn't able to produce because of the situation he's in. I was a good example of that because I was behind Cliffy and Tausch. I got my opportunity, my first opportunity, because Cliff came out against Buffalo. I went in and played left tackle. I got my next opportunity because Tausch got hurt, and then I went and played right tackle the rest of the year. But if they didn't get hurt, I would have been behind two, stalwart tackles. So, like, there is some situational, what he was talking about first round picks getting an opportunity. But to the point is, those guys should be ready to go when they get in your building. Like, the quarterback position's a different beast. I always feel like if, especially where Green Bay normally drafts, right? Like, you're not drafting a starter normally at that point. I mean, obviously Lamar Jackson's kind of the outlier. They didn't draft Aaron to be a starter at that point. They didn't draft Jordan Love to be a starter at that point.
Very true.
So that's an out. The quarterback's a different scenario. That is a little bit of a project at that pick later in the first round. But any other position, I look at it as if you're drafted in the first round, you may get a little bit of time to get your feet under you, but when your number's called, you got to be ready to go. You got to be ready to go. You got to be ready to play because that's the expectation for everyone.
Brian Bulaga, are you good for one more segment until 3:15? Then we got Hear Brad out.
I'm good. Yeah.
Wonderful. I mean, it's probably better than getting disrupted by all the crazy Packer fans that probably want a picture with you.
I'm good. I'm good.
I may be one of them crazy.
Yeah, you are one of them crazies. There's no doubt about that. Back in 2 minutes, Kyle Bruston-Nortman. Kyle mentioned something about the time that you were playing and not getting over the hump. I want to dive a little deeper. I don't want to get into the specifics. I don't need you to retell the Seattle story. We've been through that enough. I'm not here for that today.
Brian, it hurt me so bad.
The draft is a day of optimism. It is a day of building for the future. So let's stay on that. But I do want to, with Brian here, it'd be stupid not to dive a little deeper into how we could learn from not getting over the hump and what needs to happen moving forward with Jordan Love at the helm here. Kyle Bruston-Nortman continues next in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code YEAR to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
And Brian Balaga. He's here in studio. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. Don chimes in with a question. This is kind of what I want to lean into a little bit. How is Goody different from Ted Thompson and Ron Wolf? I don't know if you had Ron Wolf experience.
None, yeah.
But I guess when Kyle was reliving his childhood and Rodgers only getting to one Super Bowl, which you were a part of a lot of that career, what do you think that you learned in that time period that you wish the Packers would apply to the now in order to get them over the hump?
Yeah, I mean, it's a funny question because I always and you're gonna hate me for it because I know what you're looking for, and
he was looking exactly at Kyle for those who are not on YouTube.
Kyle, I know you're not gonna like me for this, but I always felt in those years that we the Seattle year or the Atlanta year or the San Francisco year, all those years that we had really good teams and we made it to NFC Championship games. I always felt like our team was good enough and we had the guys to do it, and I never felt we were oh man, we were a player short, or if we had a better tight end, or if we had a better DB, or if we had another pass rusher, we had Clay Matthews and Julius Peppers. We don't need another pass rushers. We don't need that. Or our DBs were Tremont and Sam. They were really good.
All were stacked.
So the team was always really good. I felt like we had a very good team, and obviously the quarterback was the quarterback. You always felt like you had a chance with Aaron. So I always felt like the team was there to win. I think the thing you look at to get over the hump, you could add a piece. You can add another veteran piece to maybe, supply some leadership in certain areas of their team where you may be a little bit younger. But overall, I always put it back on the players. It has to be a player-driven team to get you over that that hump, and we really were a player-driven team. We took a lot of onus, especially us offensively. Defensively, they did too. But I mean, Aaron and the veteran guys up front. I mean, those guys took on a lot of responsibility. TJ and Josh, they did a bunch of stuff. But like, we just didn't play well enough in the big and like in the tiny moments of big games to get us over that hump. So like, to say we needed to add a guy or we should have drafted this guy or that guy, like, it's hard for me to say that, because you look at those teams and you can go through each position, right? Like, we could look at that roster, those starting 11, each side of the ball, and we could go, okay, could you upgrade that? Yeah, you could, but with who? What rookie would you have drafted, or what free agent from that class? And would it have been worth it? Probably not. And like, that's kind of where I don't know what gets you over the hump.
But most importantly, do you believe that the team that there's currently constructed, you can look at them and point to the team and say the team has enough?
I think the team right now has a lot of good football players. And I think that what holds a lot of people up, and it even holds me up right now, is it's just the consistency of the quarterback play, right? Like, and I like Jordan Love a lot. I think he's really good. It's just seeing the consistent from start to finish, right? Like, because that's the difference of what everyone saw from the teams of Aaron and Brett, was that exact same quarterback play week in and week out, and you could add the smallest piece or add nobody to a team year in and year out, but they knew, we have this guy at quarterback. We know we could win almost every game. That's the constant, and that's what it is.
And when I was doing like radio or our shows on YouTube or wherever, when Rodgers was the quarterback, we didn't spend a lick of time talking about the wide receiver position or like going in depth of the defensive line. It was like, hey, we know, like, hey, hopefully they upgrade, but you got a chance because 12 is under center.
Yeah. So, like, to me, it's just waiting for Jordan to make that step. Once he makes that step of showing, and I'm not saying playing like Aaron Rodgers, because, like, that's unfair. I don't think that's fair. I want Jordan Love to be the best version of Jordan Love, but it's just showing that consistent performance from start to finish. And once he does that, then to me, it's like, okay, that piece is in place. And once that piece is in place, man, like, you don't have to be adding $80 million free agents here and there. Like, you have the key performer at the most important position doing what he needs to do all the time. Now you just make little tweaks here and there to help him. And to me, that's the most important piece, is once he gets going, the rest kind of falls into place.
Ryan, as you reflect on those teams that you were on that were outstanding, including the Super Bowl team, it sounded like there was a good variety of young players, middle age, old, fill in gaps, things like that. And Goody is obviously known for going very young. Youngest team in the NFL, 2023, 2024. We did a quick calculation yesterday. In 23 and 24, they had an average age of somewhere in the 25.
25, low 25.
Low 25.
25.1.
Current roster of the guys that are on there, not including the draft picks, is like 24.8. They're even younger. I just wonder, I can see the visual, I can see like the idea of like, look, we're going to go young and we're all going to grow together, and then it's going to mash, and then we're going to be no longer the youngest team. But there's this like perpetual youngest team theme that I'm starting to see. Do you think that will get in the way of being able to win a Super Bowl? Or do you think a 25-year-old team has enough maturity to be able to win a Super Bowl? You know what it's like.
And we did look it up just for reference. The last 25-ish average age, the youngest team in the NFL to win a Super Bowl was the 2014 New England Patriots. And obviously they have one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Yes. So the youngest team kind of shtick is going to get old after a while, right? Because like eventually they're going to have to grow up, right? Eventually they're going to be out of their young phase, right? No matter what their age is, their playing years are going to be out of the young phase, and they're getting into year 3 and 4 right now. To me, at least the guys that are getting a bunch of these snaps, right? The receivers, the quarterback, the running. Obviously, the running back is a stud, so I could care less what year he's in. But the tight ends, like, they're getting into year 3. Like, they're no more they're not like young guys anymore. They're starting to become like vets. Like you get into year 3 and year 4, you're starting to become veteran type players. You're no longer like considered a young guy and things like that. Like you're expected to play like an older player, and like the young guy thing doesn't carry anymore. Like you're expected to not make these mistakes anymore, and you got to play like you've done this before. So I've said this, and maybe it's just me because I've played on those teams, like you said, with a good mix of guys, young, like middle, and then older guys. Like I played with Julius, I played with Wood, with Nick Collins and guys. Like I played with and Al Harris. Like I played with a really good mix of guys. Like
these guys were such studs.
I know.
These are
It's
great
just
teams.
Like, didn't call him Wood is also cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I played with great players. So like I always think there's value in bringing in veteran players because I think they add something to a team that isn't there when you just have a bunch of guys. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being a young team, but if you don't have guys that have been there, done that, and have been through these really hard times, like pushing through in the playoffs or being down in the playoffs, like being down 2 scores in a playoff game, and guys don't know what that feels like. And
have no one to lean on.
Yes, and that's tough.
We're watching the Bears versus Washington game from this year during that debacle for the Bears, and they brought in some experienced guys like a Bobby Wagner who's been part of those moments before, and I'm sure his experience helped that team and helped that defense with leadership.
100%. And like, I'm not saying bring in 10 guys over 35.
Of course not.
I'm certainly not saying that. Like, I think having a youthful team is a great thing, and I think Goody's doing about it the right way. I just think there's value in having a couple guys scattered throughout your roster. And, like, obviously they do. They have Kenny. Kenny's a veteran player.
I talked about Brandon McManus yesterday. I mean, I know he's a kicker, but you see how he solidified. I'm sorry, specialist. Yeah. He solidified that position.
He sure did.
I mean, just, that experience, but also, somebody who's been there before, who makes big kicks.
I know. I think that was a fantastic re-sign, by the way. I mean, that was
totally
an underrated re-sign.
The heart racing every time there was an extra point was starting to get old.
Yes, it was getting old. I mean, so, like, that's a great re-sign. But, like, just scattered throughout the roster, having guys that are in that 28 to 32 range doesn't hurt. So that's all I'm saying. Like, but he's going about it his way. Goody is, and that's the way it is.
Brad, how good is your Hear Brad out?
It's good.
Then he can't leave.
Stick around, Brian.
All right.
Hear Brad out.
Then kidnap my mans.
Well, I mean, I think he's on.
I'll be doing most of the talking.
I think you're going on Wisconsin's afternoon news around 3:35, 3:45.
Yeah, and I'm with Homer tonight if he allows me.
Oh, he'll allow you.
He'll definitely allow that.
He'll allow you.
Of football.
Yeah.
Doctor of Football with Homer at 5 o'clock. Brian Balaga gets to enjoy what Rob Domofsky. This was Rob Domofsky's favorite thing. He would do Hear Brad out at 3:15. Rob would join us at 3:30 during football, and he'd have to give a thumbs up or thumbs down to Hear Brad out. You get the ultimate thumbs up or thumbs down to Hear Brad out. Brian Balaga, one more time with us on Kyle Brust Nortman next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
DKB, they get all my love, all my energy, and all my time. I'll be danged if GKB and Craig not going to allow me to take my half-an-hour boo-boo. If I need to do that, they need to allow me to do that.
That's your whole lunch break.
I don't even take a lunch break. I work during lunch.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got delays because of an accident on the ramp from northbound 43, the Rock Freeway, to northbound 894 in the Hale interchange. You'll look for some possible lane closures, too. Otherwise, northbound 43 backing up out of the Marquette, all the way up to Keefe. Southbound's a little bit tight right through the Marquette interchange. Westbound 94, we've got delays from about 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Also, eastbound 94 is a little bit tight right past 70th Street to Hawley Road. Northbound 41's our big delays, though, from about Watertown Plank Road pretty much all the way up past Capitol Drive. Southbound is backed up from just south of Main Street all the way down to Appleton Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy, isolated showers with a low of 47. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, slight chance for showers, a high of 55 at the lake, 65 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I think that's right in the range that Emeka Egbuka would be there. I think it's possible that Ted McMillan could be there.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
We're speculating. It shouldn't be that hard. Like, either you want to play for the Steelers or you don't, right? Like, what are we waiting for?
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey, Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Brothers Milwaukee, Champs Americana Brookfield, Double B's Hales Corners, Ray and Dot's Greendale, and Who's on Third Milwaukee. That's Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Bev Anderson has a big idea she wants to share.
Bev has been here for 24 years.
Hi, Bev. We're anxious to hear your idea.
Kessler's is 45 years old this year. Monica, remember when your dad used to say in every radio ad, "I'm Richard Kessler, and I want to be your jeweler"?
I never got to hear that.
Yeah, and then Rick would say,
Kessler's Diamonds, inconveniently located on Appleton Avenue in Menominee Falls.
Inconveniently?
Richard said it was inconvenient for people to have to drive all the way to Menominee Falls, so he might as well admit it.
Bev, tell us your idea.
Richard said something else in almost every ad, and I think we should start saying it again because it's really important.
Tell us.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
I love that.
Fantastic idea, Bev.
Kessler's Diamonds.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
A Blaine's Farm and Fleet original story.
Sarah, how are you going to do a raised vegetable garden on this tiny condo balcony?
Grab that Craftsman drill and let's hang that trellis on the ceiling.
We've got the value you need to do things your way. Like all pairs of Skechers, buy one, get one half price. $10 off women's Levi's Red Tab shorts, $39.99. And new Striker fishing apparel, 20% off.
Upside down tomatoes, here we come.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
But I'm thinking it's time for a change. Get out of your lane. More than just
This segment is almost got Brad suspended a week from doing this segment.
Oh, no, you're about to embarrass us, Brad.
No, I'm not. This is a great one. This is a great Hear Brad Out. And I'm so thankful we have an additional audience member in Brian Balaga to give me a grade, an A+.
Well, I always give the phone line before he goes because then they can come hot and heavy with their opinions. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. With Brian Balaga in with Kyle Bruston Nortman, it's time to Hear Brad Out.
They say punters are people too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad out.
All right, guys.
Well, how have you been? I'm a little heavy on this idea as
You're
well.
excited,
Guys,
I can tell.
I'm excited. I feel good about this
You never jump in that quick.
No, I feel good about this idea. Guys, the NFL Draft is incredibly entertaining, is it not? One of the biggest weeks and weekends of the NFL calendar. But the NFL should thank me because I got a couple ideas to make it even more entertaining. One is like kind of bottom shelf, easy to do, that would be, but one of them is going to blow you away. First change, the easy one. The war rooms that everyone's in, we got to have those mic'd up, and we got to have those looked in on live. I want those live conversations to occur to where that we can enjoy those conversations, to know that, who knows what they're saying behind closed doors. All we get is visuals.
I don't want that short arms Balaga. Let's pass on him.
I want those mic'd up. That'd be pure entertainment. But this is the headline.
Secrets.
This is the headline of Hear Brad Out. This would also be recorded live and allowed for the viewer to be able to explore what's going on. I call it the trade room. Here's what's going to happen. No longer would executives, GMs, scouts be able to be in their own war room. Going forward, you have to come to the draft. All 32 teams come to the draft. Like old times. Remember we see like in the 80s and 90s, they're there picking up the telephone and the helmet and they're making the call. I want everyone to come to the draft. They all get their own war room. All the war rooms are connected to like what I call the trade room, okay? Because we hear all these conversations about GMs fielding calls from other GMs. Hey, I want to move up. Hey, what do you think about that? I want in on those negotiations, but I want in on them in person. So here's what I envision. Let's envision the Green Bay Packer war room, right? Everyone's here. They're talking. Everybody's war room has a red light, the trade light. If that goes on, they know that somebody wants to trade that pick. Now, they don't know who it is. And Green Bay can either accept it or they can decline it. If they decline it, they say, no, we don't want to do it. But they don't know who called. If they accept it, Brian Gutekunst meets unknown other GM who proposed the trade. And they have 2 minutes to hash out a trade. Live, in person, and we all get to witness it. And if they agree on it, cool. If they don't, they go back.
Now, are you trying to make a Netflix special?
Yeah, I mean, Kyle, you're going to love this. This is like Love is Blind type of stuff.
You got me with the drama. You know, I like that.
Now, there's a way that you can tell all the rest of the teams that somebody is looking to move up.
A green light?
Potentially a green light. I haven't figured out the exact right way to do this. But if that's the case, then it becomes auction style, boys. That not only one team is in there, but if multiple teams are vying for it, they are all with there. So maybe it's Brian Gutekunst in there, and he's fielding from whoever else. Maybe it's the Chiefs who are behind them. Maybe the Eagles are behind them, and they can compete to figure out who is going to trade with the Green Bay Packers. But they have 3 minutes to do that. It's all in person. It's all live. I want these GMs no longer behind the curtain. I want them out in public. I want to see how this goes down, and the trade room is the ultimate way to do that. Live, mic'd up war rooms, and the trade room, the ultimate boiling point of drama all throughout the draft. What do you guys say?
It sounds awesome, but how are they going to agree to giving away secrets?
You want to mic up? No, what do you mean entertainment? You want to find out what they're doing so people can pre-plan?
I want in on the conversations because when they say I'm passing on Brad Nortman because he stinks, I want to know that. The world should know that.
You get to know stuff after the fact.
No, you don't. We don't know these conversations.
We do not know the potential trade offers and what they turned down. That would be interesting to know what Green Bay was offered and what they turned down and who they ended up picking by not taking the trade.
Imagine being a Green Bay fan and then all of a sudden there's a trade. Let's say it's a trade with the Falcons at 15. You go, oh, interesting. I wonder who's there. And then, boom, Goody walks in the room. And you're a Packer fan. You're thinking, oh, boy, Goody gave up that third-round draft pick.
So don't other people see it, too? So if I see somebody in there and I hear him say, oh, you're going to give me that deal? Hit the button, hit the button, hit the button.
Yeah, exactly. And then maybe it's the, who's around them? Maybe it's the Commanders who walk in.
I would actually say you should black out the trade room once the GMs are in the trade room. So all the other GMs can't be a part of those conversations.
Ooh, is the audience in on it, though?
Of course, I want to be in on it.
So it blocks out for the other GMs. I think it's a brilliant idea. I think it'd be so much drama and so much fun.
Now, the trade auction is fascinating. Because you get in there, you get in the room where it says, all right, here's the 23rd pick. Here's first round, second round. Oh, two first round. So that would be very interesting.
Could you imagine these GMs actually negotiating live that we can see it? Not these measly phone calls, but actually face-to-face like men? That'd be awesome.
I mean, Brad, this idea is imaginary, but
But good.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I
But
mean,
good.
it has
You can say it.
No, I mean, it's interesting. You take away some of the secrecy of the draft board and people not wanting things to get out and get leaked out. And
Lasagna and MKE chimes in. I think the pandemic affected Brad worse than he believes. Reality TV has warped his brain. Hear Brad Out is now the NFL draft version of Storage Wars.
Oh my gosh.
Brian, what do you think? For a Hear Brad Out rookie.
So, let me just say this. I thought you were onto something with putting mics in the war rooms to start. I was like, you know what? They should do that. It should be live in the war room. I should hear everything that every GM is saying and what they're talking about as the scouts in the war room. And then you kind of turn.
He always goes too far.
Yeah, and then it kind of went to something totally. And I'm imagining this in my head.
To Hear Brad Out.
And I'm imagining this big circle and all these different hallways that just lead to this curtain.
I don't know if anyone's seen Severance.
I'm like,
I'm thinking of these hallways and they're just running into each other. And
I'm just imagining how this is
32 rooms and then there's one circular room
massive
with 32 doors leading to the room.
That's what I'm thinking.
Would be unbelievably fun.
What a special building you have to make.
That's generous. That's generally the premise. It usually starts with a good premise. Hear Brad Out. I just get so lost in it. I think this is brilliant, though. Who doesn't want the trade room?
No, I mean the trade auction is great. I would love to hear the conversations, but I mean, who's gonna really go for that? Now on the clock,
I mean, ask the Giants how great that went in Hard Knocks when they decided that Saquon wasn't worth it.
But that was entertainment.
Yeah, I do agree. No, if they were to mic them up and you were on the clock and you get to hear the conversations, now at that point, now you're just discussing who do we want to draft. Maybe you block out the draft board and you just discuss the guys that you're interested in at that point, because you ain't got to worry about somebody trying to trade ahead of you.
Because it wouldn't be as fun though when we saw Jordan Love's name come through the draft. If we knew what was coming.
No, it would still be fun if you went in there and you hear the conversation. All right, man, this is it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna pull the trigger here. Love. Love?
Who's Love?
Love. And then, so, I mean, there is some intrigue with that, getting a live look in when they have it. But I'll be so mad if my Packers are talking about, we're going to draft Ted McMillan here, and it's, number 21 pick. All right, let's see what this team does. We're going to draft Ted. And then all of a sudden, some team trades up ahead of them. You go get Ted.
Josh from Heartland chimes in. This sounds like the New York Stock Exchange meets the Texas de Brazils, the Brazilian steakhouses.
Oh,
green, red for your meat.
Yep.
So what do you think? Is a thumbs?
What do you mean? What do we think? It's entertaining. It's not going to work.
Oh, come on! The NFL has pulled off bigger operations.
I'm thumbs down. I'm not living in an imaginary world right now. It's NFL draft time.
Yeah, we're one day away. If you would have done this next week, I'd be like, oh, this sounds great. But now I'm like,
but
what?
That'd be after the excitement of the draft. Imagine trade.
Go ahead, give your first thumbs down.
Thumbs up or thumbs down, Brian. Now, don't go easy on me. But I'm looking for a win.
I told you, I loved the initial start. The end, you lost me. You lost.
The GMs are lost on the way to the trade room too.
Yeah, you
make it easily accessible.
So I gotta give this one a down because you lost me at the end of it. All right. If you would have stayed with the mics and really went maybe into more detail with that, I would have gave you a thumbs up. But
took it too far, boys.
Yeah, 0 for 3 here today, Bradley. You're just like Ben in his Are You Smarter Than Ben Bruss?
Yeah. Best bets. I'm all right. Yeah. Are You Smarter Than Ben Bruss? Not so much.
Who was on a colder streak? Me with Hear Brad Out, or Are You Smarter Than Ben Bruss?
I guess Ben's on
Kyle's on the coldest streak. He's 0 for his last 8.
This is the only one that hurt him
against the spread.
Financially, you guys are okay. You guys are just dumb.
We're just
it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm dumb in my pocketbooks and lost a lot of money here.
One person who I've seen on Project Pitch It locally that maybe you can sell this idea to is someone who sells beautiful windows and doors to all of us across ESPN Wisconsin.
Oh, that's right. And then we are, of course, talking about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and Gina Della from Pella. You always will get service and a quality product with a smile. Ben knows all about that.
I do. I just got my hidden screens put in because now I can actually... Brian said he got off the plane. It was 60. I can open up the windows today, and my hidden screens pull it up, voop, the screen's there, push my window down, voop, the screen's gone, and the beautiful windows, the exteriors, there's no screen now. This is new innovation. It's Pella who's been doing it for over 100 years. And like I've been saying, I either play with my daughter's toys or the windows in my home right now. In fact, make Pella your number one pick because you can take advantage of no interest financing options or free glass upgrades. They are the absolute best. Make Pella your number one pick this April. Certain restrictions apply as always, but get your free in-home consultation. Gina's the best. 855-PELLA-WI or PellaWI.com. Brian, I could do this probably for 10 hours with you if you would grace me with your time, because I love getting the insights from you being someone who played with Aaron Rodgers, you being someone who was on the team in 2019 when they made the NFC Championship game, to now giving all your insight on ESPN Wisconsin. We appreciate the time.
I appreciate you having me. It's always fun being in studio.
All right, get practicing on that grilling tomorrow for your challenge with Mark Tauscher and Tucker Kraft. Kyle Bruston-Nortman continues next. Don't go anywhere.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman.
When I'm, again, doing the Pack Arena, and as a shareholder, when I'm sizing up my ring, I'm sizing up my ring
Pack Arena right now.
1 pack of 2 pack of 3 pack Arena.
Hey. On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got delays because of an accident on the ramp from northbound 43, the Rock Freeway, to northbound 894 in the Hale interchange. You'll look for some possible lane closures, too. Otherwise, northbound 43 backing up out of the Marquette all the way up to Keefe. Southbound's a little bit tight right through the Marquette interchange. Westbound 94, we've got delays from about 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Also, eastbound 94 is a little bit tight right past 70th Street to Hawley Road. Northbound 41's our big delays, though, from about Watertown Plank Road pretty much all the way up past Capitol Drive. Southbound is backed up from just south of Main Street all the way down to Appleton Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy, isolated showers with a low of 47. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, slight chance for showers, a high of 55 at the lake, 65 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. Pay no interest until 2030, plus $500 off your home improvement project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
The I-94 rivalry is more than just bragging rights. Get to the ballpark for Brewers-Cubs action May 2nd through the 4th and spend Friday and Saturday night under the lights and help the Crew defend American Family Field and the National League Central Crown.
That's your ball game!
Then pack the park for Sunday matinee baseball at the May 4th series finale and take advantage of the Sunday Fun Day bundle. Get your tickets now at Brewers.com.
Turn up the volume and turn up the flavor with Tequila Mi Campo. Tequila made for those who choose to live louder. Just like a draft day pick in Green Bay, Mi Campo is the bold choice that brings excitement and anticipation to every moment. Mi Campo is crafted for utterly in-your-face flavor, made with 100% Blue Weber agave, aged in wine barrels for incredibly smooth taste. Ready for however you like to turn it up. Mi Campo. Live louder. Please enjoy responsibly. 2025, imported by Mi Campo Spirits, Canandaigua, New York. Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume.
Dr. Aaron Holtebeck and his team at Holtebeck Eye Center make vision care a top priority. They are your premium provider for eye care and corrective eye surgeries. Dr. Holtebeck has been helping local patients with their eye care needs for over 20 years. Dr. Nausheen Abbas joined the Holtebeck Eye Center team last September, and her practice philosophy is to provide patient-centered medicine by giving all options. Located in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holtebeck.com.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources today. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org. Paid for by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
It's a Weed Man Wednesday on Kyle Bruston Northman on ESPN Wisconsin. Weed Man for the win.
I fell for the devil's daughter. I jumped in, yeah, I drank the water. Tell me, doctor, can you fix my brain? 'Cause everyone says
it is a Weed Man Wednesday here on Kyle Bruston Nortman. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, part-time Will running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. Getting closer and closer to 7 o'clock tomorrow when the NFL Draft officially starts.
Man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. And we're going to be live from Lambeau, live from Green Bay. Dreams do come true. Maybe I was never going to hear my name called to walk across the stage, but boy, oh boy.
What do you mean maybe?
I will never hear my name called to walk across the stage, but I get to be there and watch and talk about it with you, KBN Nation.
All right, Dirty D on the Carbless talking text line. I'm going to let Kyle and Brad handle this one because they're the basketball geniuses here. You got a question about the Bucks?
No. Actually, Ben, the first question was for you.
Oh, wow.
I got 3 questions for you guys. The first question is for Ben because you played basketball. Okay. I had a knot in my stomach from start to finish last night through the Bucks game. Oh, my God. It was horrible. It's supposed to be an enjoyable thing, and it wasn't. How is it? Did you watch the game, Ben?
I did.
Okay, then you'll probably know what I'm talking about. Those corner threes with the Pacers where Neesmith was in the corner and he was wide open. Nobody, our defense was not. Is there a purpose in that? Is our team, are they afraid to get fouled or what? Because the dude was wide open and there was nobody blocking him.
Diana, unfortunately, from a timing standpoint, give me your one other question quickly, and we'll answer them as best as possible.
Okay, and the second one. Wait a minute. We'll actually forget it. Just the second one. I don't know if you guys heard Homer this morning on Will Be in House, but he's going down to Pato and betting on the Bucks to win the series.
Yeah,
does he know something, or do you know something? I don't know.
That's just Homer.
Hey, that's called being old and senile. We all gonna be there one day. That's what that is.
The odds are much better for the Bucks to win the series than what Kyle and Brad got. They bet $20 to win like 34.
Homer also has
that was
$20
plus 160.
Yeah, he does.
And I think now it's plus 375 with the Bucks being favored in the game 3 back home. So
Brad, all of a week ago, was so ready to give up $28.
The promise of big riches. 20 to win 3,000.
Might as well burn the 20.
Yeah.
So to answer a question about open corner threes, the Bucks have no continuity. They don't know how to play together. They're mixing and matching lineups. They're trying to figure out what teams shouldn't be figuring out this late in the season. The playoffs, part of that is due to the fact that they traded Chris Middleton at the trade deadline, right? Moving some pieces in. They're disconnected. They're just, unfortunately, they're not a very good team. Homer thinks that they can rebound from this. I don't know if they have the horses, even if the old adage that is the series starts when the first when the team wins a road game. I don't even think if the Bucks win one against the Pacers that they can do this in 7 games. And it pains me because I love Giannis, but there's a reason why when Kyle and Brad gave me $20 to put in the machine at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, that I did not jump on board with them because I couldn't put my stamp on this team. They're not very good.
Yeah, you should have protected us, Ben, but that's a different story altogether. But when you look at it, I still have a shred of hope just because they do have the greatest player on planet Earth in Giannis. But you just look at this and this is a great example of one team, if you can even call them a team, that they look just disjointed. They don't play together. And the game of basketball is played at its greatest when 5 guys are working together. They don't have that.
They don't have the defined roles. Like,
yes.
As much as you may hate the Pacers and their players, they have defined roles.
All they got literally. She just talked about Neesmith, Nembhard, Pascal Siakam, TJ McCollum. They have everybody that can do this. Dribble, pull up, shoot. Everybody get the ball, dribble, shoot.
But they're moving the ball, getting fluid offense. It's getting them in rhythm.
It's team basketball.
It's what they've been doing all year. And
Kyle Kuzma was afraid to take a dang layup. And these cats is dribble, shoot. Pass, catch, shoot. That's all it is. Everybody on the team's a shooter.
So Kyle's draft wish list, go up and get your guy, draft for production over potential, and now it's dribble, pass, shoot today. The simplification of sports with Kyle Wallace on Kyle Rustin Ortman.
Kevin Porter Jr. on this team. You know why? Because KPJ, he has something called confidence. He get in there, he plays with confidence. He's the only person, literally, outside of Dame and Giannis, he's the only person on this roster, maybe Brooke too, he'll chuck it up. He's the only person that has confidence every single day. I'm telling you this right now. He thinks he's better than what he is. He really does.
What I want to end the ESPN Wisconsin hour with is this whole day one pick. The contribution that's needed from the day one pick. Brian didn't dance around it, and I know Kyle's not dancing around it. Does this first-round draft pick, if they do draft in the first round, need to make an immediate impact for the 2025 Packers? Kyle, you should be very validated. Whatever you say, as long as it's not crazy, will be validated by the fact that Brian Balaga was sitting here and says the expectation is that Somebody drafted in the first round should be able to compete and play right away. So, Kyle.
Gosh, what a thought.
Maybe your thought isn't crazy. Just don't take it too far. Coming up next.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
I'm a seam head now. You can call me whatever you want.
Oh, seam head.
I don't know what that is.
That means I'm a baseball dork. All I do is sit and watch MLB Big Inning at night.
Head. I've never heard that before.
This is because you're not a seam head.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Men's wedding bands made from whiskey barrels and meteorites.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I've got to tell you about my go-to car wash, Tsunami Express. Get your ride looking its best and ride the wave at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for that perfect shine. Sign up for a monthly membership and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 a day. Skip the wait with the fast lane and take advantage of great perks. With locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant, Tsunami Express has you covered. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Visit TsunamiExpress.com to learn more.
At -196, we start with whole lemons, nothing wasted. Each one is flash frozen in liquid nitrogen to a jaw-dropping -196 degrees Celsius, locking in the freshest flavor. Then we crush it, not just juice, the entire fruit, turned into fine particles and infused into premium vodka. The result? A crystal clear, bold lemon flavor like nothing you've tasted. -196. Freeze, crush, infuse. The ultimate refreshment. Available now. Please drink responsibly.
Kevin Morat, Mentality founder here with a wake-up call. You're running on fumes, gentlemen. Just 1/3 of the free testosterone you need. That's why you're drained, defeated, and disgusted with your progress. But here's the truth. Mentality doctors specialize in epic comebacks. Our clients show an increase of 30% testosterone levels within the first month. We don't just treat men, we reignite lives. Just imagine the focus, energy, and drive being restored. Your comeback starts now. Don't wait. Make this your best year yet. Start today at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
The
Beat the tariffs. This month at Cunis. Get your tariff-free car, truck, or SUV before they're gone. All current in-stock new vehicles are not affected. Plus, take advantage of employee pricing and huge manufacturer discounts on select brands and models. Shop from over 2,800 cars, trucks, and SUVs group-wide from 18 new vehicle brands. Our loan experts will work to get you our best interest rate possible. And our Fresh Start financing program can help you get approved regardless of your credit. Plus, you're covered by our lifetime no-fear powertrain warranty, included with qualified new and pre-owned vehicle purchases. Visit your local Cunis dealership today for your tariff-free vehicle while they last. But don't wait, because once they're gone, they're gone. With over 30 locations across the Midwest, there's sure to be a Cunis location near you. Start your search online at shopcunis.com. That's shopkunes.com. Are you dreaming about summer in your backyard yet? Landworks handles projects of all sizes. From a cozy pocket patio lush with greenery to a grand outdoor hosting space and everything in between. Locally owned and operated, Landworks prides themselves on exceptional customer service and a personal approach to all of your landscaping needs. The Landworks team of experts will work closely with you, making your property shine all year. Experience the Landworks difference. Visit landworkswisconsin.com. That's landworkswisconsin.com.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Don't you love it? Don't you love it? No, I ain't happy yet, but I'm way less sad.
Check out the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow. You can have a strong body, a strong mind, and help create a strong community. Open 24/7. Free childcare with the membership, and they provide everything you need in those clubs in Madison or the New Berlin area for you to find your better tomorrow. No goal is too small. All you have to do is take that tour and get started today on your fitness journey, and you will be happy you joined and found a place that you can continue to go back. And just like when you walk in, you feel the environment. You're like, oh, I'm going to get better today. That's what I feel when I walk in the Prince Club, and you will feel that too. Kyle Bruston Nortman with you till 5 o'clock. Kyle Wallace.
Yes, sir.
Kyle's feeling himself.
Why am I
Draft week.
I look good though. I ain't gonna lie, boy. I've been suited and booted and fitted with all my Packer stuff this week. I came to play this week, did I not? Come on now. Go to YouTube. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. ESPN Madison on YouTube. Come on now. I don't look clean. So fresh and so clean. Outcast out.
I will say
the hat does go well. The Weed Man hat.
The Weed Man hat is green and gold.
Yeah, you did.
I know. I legitimately knew I had other. I said I'm gonna wear
You
this.
do own the most. I don't know what the right word is, but
Swaggy.
Obscure Packer gear. Like, it's not just a traditional hoodie with the G. You always wear something that's just different. Like, I wouldn't even know where to find something like that. It's just, it says World Champions Green Bay Packers on the back. On one sleeve, it's the NFC logo. On the other one, it's an old school Green Bay Packer logo.
Your boy.
A G and B I've never seen put together. Multicolor. I mean, it's so Kyle Wallace.
What can I say, man?
Go to YouTube on ESPN Milwaukee or ESPN Madison.
Will you be feeling yourself if somebody is a project instead of a production?
Yeah. So that's a problem. See, I'm past that. I'm absolutely past that, because right now what we need to understand is that when you make a pick on day one, you need to expect day one production. That is something that I need people to understand. So I don't want to hear anybody talk about the fact of Goody talking about, we can wait for that. We can, he can have time. No, absolutely not. When you look at this roster, you don't have the luxury to wait for your day one pick to show up year 3. We need the day one pick to show up day one for this Green Bay Packers roster, because we have too many places that need to be upgraded. We have holes on this football team. The defensive line needs some reinforcements. The receiving room needs some reinforcements as well. The cornerback room, they need some reinforcements. You are putting this Packers team, organization in the season at a disadvantage if you sit here and you draft somebody that you're going to say, well, we'll see how he is a year or two from now. No, the Green Bay Packers and Goody bumps whatever he said before. Goody, you need to be drafting to find yourself a day one starter on day one. I said it. Brian Bulaga believes it. And he's a smart man. He's a very smart man.
He's a very smart man, that Brian Bulaga.
Yeah, day
Big
one.
brain.
Day one, Goody needs to make sure on day one he finds him a day one player. First round pick needs to be impacting this roster come next September. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Jonah chimes in on the Carbless Talk and Text line. We all know this isn't going to happen, but I guess we're still in the we can wish and dream phase. Curious as to what you guys think. What if Goody were to move heaven and earth to move up to number 2 and draft Travis Hunter?
I'll be in heaven. Not
I'd
on
be
earth.
celebrating.
You would be in heaven.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't real. It's a dream. The Lord said, go ahead and make this reality. Whatever you want up here in heaven, Kyle. You hear it.
You made it. You made it. It's white lights everywhere.
Yeah, white light. What's going on here? We go, Goody. Wait a minute. What happened? My car.
Would you sacrifice yourself to go to heaven to have Travis Hunter be a Green Bay Packer?
Listen, I love my Green Bay Packers, but I also love life.
You wouldn't be able to enjoy it. You wouldn't be able to enjoy the Green Bay Packers.
I'd rather be angry and upset than have KBN Nation not have the opportunity to hear me every single weekday from 2 to 5.
Why
I'm
you
doing
start
it
laughing when you said that?
I'm staying alive for KBN, baby.
What would we do without you, Kyle?
Exactly.
Well, and you're totally right.
Less of a headache?
There's really
styling off for that. It's okay.
There is no excuse for your first-round draft pick not to be a contributor. There's just no excuse. You're getting a top 23 guy in the whole draft, and you have the ability to sit back and let guys come to you at whatever position it is. There's enough positions of need where even if there's a run on receivers or there's a run on cornerbacks, there is going to be someone in the wide receiver, D end or D tackle and cornerback position that will fall to you that is capable of playing. The question is, do you choose him? Because even last year, we'll see what Jordan Morgan ends up being, but and Goody took care of the safety position later in the draft, but there was a guy who was capable right there, Cooper DeJean, that was able to be taken. Passed on him, he went to the Eagles.
The Packers would have been in a better position taking Cooper DeJean and then Edrin Cooper in the second round than taking Jordan Morgan.
That's true. They would have. Third-round draft pick somewhere else.
And then you're not talking about Jair, a cornerback right now.
You're
correct.
Absolutely right.
100% correct. I understand.
So there's just no excuse. This is a first.
But then you would have then the offensive line.
What do you mean the offensive line? What? It might be a need for this year, but sure.
Well, I was just saying, then you have to come to grips that it'd be okay if they didn't draft Jordan Morgan to get an offensive lineman this year.
I'm not mad about an offensive lineman because of the fact that we're drafting them this year. It's the fact that we already drafted one last year.
I know. So stop getting mad. I'm with you. I'm saying if they drafted Cooper DeJean, you would have to come to grips that it's okay this year.
You know what I'm nervous about? Because to your point, Brad, there's going to be guys that fall that could make an immediate impact like that. There's no doubt.
For sure. They will be there at 23.
I feel like Emeka Egbuka, who he may not be the flashiest guy, but he was extremely productive in college. And I remember Jackson Smith and Jigba, the Green Bay Packers passed on him as well. And I just feel like we're going to get a guy, we're going to have a chance to draft somebody. Again, he's not Tet, he's not Matthew Golden, he's not as explosive in that sense where, oh my gosh, but the dude racked up a bunch of yards, consistency, like he's a good player. He's a plug-and-play guy that can be a number one wide receiver. He would probably be the best wide receiver on the Packers next year.
I would bet he would lead the team in receiving.
But they probably will pass on him. And that's what I'm preparing myself for, us passing on someone who could make an impact this year, for Goody to draft somebody who could make an impact 2 years from now.
Well, that's what's strange. I was getting at with Brian Bulaga. It seems like to me, if you were a GM, you would want a first-round draft pick that could come and contribute right now, and then later in the draft pick, take some flyers on guys because the commitment is much lower. So
the inverse right now. They're finding the production later, and they're going for potential early.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense if I was building a team. Now, I'm not a GM. I'm not Goody, and he has the job, and I don't. So I guess that's all you need to know, KBN Nation.
Nepotism. He got in early.
How was that nepotism?
Did he?
He started as an intern in 97.
Yeah, I'm sure his daddy knew somebody.
Papa Gutekunst?
I'm sure his daddy knew somebody. Just like Ed Policy sound like nepotism too. But let me not take shots.
Well, I was just going to say, why are you taking shots at the future?
Ed Policy's hanging out there just getting shots.
I'm just saying, his daddy was high up.
He also was part.
He worked hard. Yeah, he worked hard.
Yeah, but give him some. You need to be all positive right now.
Oh, I am positive
until they give you a reason not to.
I just saw the draft stage and Adam Schefter on TV. Oh, I just started smiling. That's not my city, but that's my state. That's my Packers. The world will be watching tomorrow.
Ooh. Jim, Matt, and Molly and Madison, Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam. We're with you until 5 o'clock, leading into the Homer Hour, a Wednesday special of Homer and Brian Balaga in person at 5 o'clock. Don't go anywhere. In 2 minutes, Kyle Bruston-Ortman.
Go to the record.
We've got backups on southbound 43, basically coming in from before Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. You're back on the brakes from Lincoln down towards the KK River. North